Hello there, this is Sandy, and I'm back at my Babylock Solaris, continuing my journey for learning this machine, and I'm still in the area of machine embroidery. Um, I'm continuing to do my research on stabilizing, trying to learn everything that I can so that I can actually have products that turn out very well and look good. And so I've been going down that road while in the area of machine embroidery. Today I'm working on a sweatshirt. It's a Gildan sweatshirt that I get from my local craft store. I've done this design yesterday. It turned out really well. And after I got started today, I was like, oh, I forgot. There's 17 thread color changes, and I should have used the button on I think there's a button on the Solaris where you can like move the threads around or tell them to sort in, similar colors together. And I think that I could actually use that button here, but I forgot to do it. So I'm doing this sweatshirt one more time. I'm going to try it on that one. But since I had already started this one, I thought, well, what I could do, since there's 3 ghosts, is, and cut down on the thread color changes, is use these buttons appear after I press this plus minus button. And then this will advance you through the colors. I'm on 13, but I don't want to, I actually want to show you that in order to get the 3 ghosts of white thread sewn out, I just use these up down buttons to go back and forth, and I stitched out the color that I wanted. Then I would kind of go up and down and find the next design. So I guess you can only do that if there's not too many thread color changes and you know the design, or you've looked at it and are really familiar with what the thread color changes are, and if they make sense for your design, because sometimes you don't want to do that because the threads need to be stitched on top of each other sometimes. And so in this case, since I know the design, I went ahead and I did, and I thought that might be a good video to show you how I did a workaround to get by with this design. So this is where I'm at on the 3rd ghost, and let me just go back and show you what I did. I'll go back to the beginning. So there I'm at the basting stitch, so I'm going to press the down, and that's the 1st ghost. So what I was trying to say was, I didn't want to change, like, do the ghost, do the thread color changes, do the cup, do the hat, do the black. 2 times I had to change to the black in order to get this 1st ghost stitched out, and there was way too many thread color changes, I thought. So I did all the white. I used this advanced button to go to the next area. I got past the outline, got past the hat, got past the outline for the hat, and got to the 2nd ghost, stitched that out, and then I did this again, and I did not do a thread color change. Going past all of these outlines, there's the 3rd ghost. So then the next thing I did after I stitched out the 3rd ghost was, I thought, what other color am I using often that I could stitch out and not change the thread? And so I thought this orange is one of them. So then I went through the design and I got past the ghost, there's the orange. I stitched that out. After it was done stitching, then I advanced to go past the 2nd ghost to the 2nd part of orange. And then I did that for the 3rd color. The 3rd color, actually I was going to do green for the hat. So I could have done the hat and the straw together, but I decided to change the hat to gray. So I didn't need to do that, advance through. So now I'm through. The first 2 ghosts have done all their stitching. Now I'm on the 3rd ghost, and I need to advance past the 2nd ghost to get to the 3rd ghost. So I'm pressing the down and getting to the 3rd one. There's the outline for the bottom of the 2nd ghost. So now it's doing the hat, and then the outline for the hat. There's the ghost. It already stitched that. So now I already did the cup. I already did the straw. I already did the hat. Now it's going to do the whole outline. This is the only one where the whole outline was done. These other ones you had to do all these thread color changes. Then it did the outline for the ghost the body of the ghost, and then it did the hat, and then it did the outline for the out of the hat. And I thought, getting through those cutting down on the number of thread color changes was my goal. And the next time I stitch this out, I'm going to try and use that other button that I think helps with this type of a situation. Okay, we're ready to stitch out this last black color. Hopefully I will not have any thread frays, because this last one had a fray and I couldn't see that it was fraying, and it had already stitched out this bottom part, and so I think it looks okay, but I think the thread was like frayed really weird and like really long, so I had to like pull out a bunch of thread. And I'm hoping that when it does this outline, it won't run into that. I didn't have that problem when I did the first sweatshirt. So I'm using, it seems like these sweatshirts like, I gotta watch the thread. Yeah, it's doing okay. It seems like this type of a sweatshirt likes to have the no-show mesh, like a lighter weight cutaway on the back, because it is thicker. It feels thicker to me than some of the sweatshirts that I have done. And so I did that, and then I float a piece of lightweight tearaway in the back of that. And on top I use it's like an aqua mesh. So, then that's all there is to this one. Some of the other sweatshirts that I've done, I've had to, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to switch it so you can see, use like a medium weight. If it's got a lot of stretch, I'm finding that I need to use either a medium weight cutaway for the back, so I would do medium weight on the back and then a lightweight tearaway with the water soluble on top. Yeah, is that what it's called? Let me get the exact name. Solvi. Yeah, it's water soluble, called Solvi. Almost looks like it's doing a chain stitch for the outline. It just looks weird to me, but it's just that it looks like it's a chain stitch. It's not like the typical outline. So it kind of looks rough to me, but I think that's the way it's supposed to look. It's just because I guess it wants it to be darker. So here's the other one. And like I said, I used on the back medium weight cutaway, a lightweight tearaway, and the top salty water soluble. And that did save me, I would say, 6 to 8 thread color changes for this pattern. Can't always get away with it, but for this one I could. Everything comes to life when the outline is done. Hopefully I explained the workaround for thread color changes. Okay, still gonna do the eyes, and it looks like it needs to do the bats. It might do some, I don't know if it did this on the last one. Oh yeah, there's some circles that we'll draw in that last, in the cup, for the last cup there. I'm using a 1280 needle, embroidery, organ needle, and what else? Floriani thread. All my supplies from the sewing source in Lake Villa. Got the machine there. And you can take classes of embroidery there. Actually, they have a monthly embroidery club there. Sometimes they have classes, but the embroidery is a club, a monthly club. And I think, yes, I have their site in the description of this video. And if you're interested in getting supplies, they have beautiful fabric there. Quilting classes. There's a quilt club every third Saturday of the month, and I think embroidery is the last Saturday of the month, but look at their website. That's in my description. And yesterday I did that design that I showed you without doing the basting stitch around it. I don't really know that the basting stitch helps that much, but since this is for somebody else, I went ahead and used it. I saw the thread not cut. Just think, you know, sometimes you can use, there's an app that you can use. I think when it gets to sewing, there. It's sewing on, let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th. It's putting the circles in the cup. Is the 4th layer of sewing. And so that's when you can see it was going up the needle. It was threading. It's not liking having to go through. And this needle is not old. So let me just go up here. I'm going to pull some of this thread through. Looks like it's twisted. See how it twisted. Let's see how that goes. Cut that off. Oh, I think it'll be fine because it's not sewing through all of those layers. Really, that is all there is to this video. We will continue to stitch out the bats, and then I'll be done with the second one. I'm doing the back. The back is next, and the back is there we go, like this. Doing that on the back of each one of the sweatshirts. Take a break for dinner and come back and do the back. But that's really all there is to it because I don't have to skip through anymore. I already did most of the stitch out. All it is the bats. So I guess I'll let you watch the end of this. If you want to sign off, you can. Otherwise, thank you for watching. And if you like what I'm doing, give the video a like. Maybe share it with a friend if you know anybody who does machine embroidery. We can all compare and learn from each other. Like I said, I'm on this long journey of learning about stabilizing. And you know, initially you think it's you can there's a flat out rule that you can follow. If it's this, then that. And I even have a wheel. This dime wheel I just got, and you use it so that you can rotate, you know, based on what you're doing. You can get an idea of what you need to do for stabilizing. I have to take a pause here because it's running out of bobbin thread. Now, the thing I noticed, as long as you're still here, we're not done stitching it out, is when you're doing machine embroidery, you don't want your pattern to move. So you have to be really careful how you take it out. And this is always challenging to me because I don't want to disturb the foot either. And then I put it against a solid surface because if that shirt moves in the hoop, you could be having to start over. So I'm really careful about how I take machine embroidery out. And I like to like start over here where I don't have it so much bulk and pull it through, holding the frame and not pushing on the fabric. Then I turn it. Maybe you do it differently, but this is how I do it. I try to do it this way. I've got it pinned back because I don't want that fabric to get in the hoop. Make sure everything is, the floating tearaway is still there and it's okay. And I press OK on the machine and then let it go again. Let's see, there's 2 more bats. So I think I was saying, give the video a like, make a comment. Are you doing any machine embroidery lately? Are you thinking about doing something? I just had a lot of fun doing it. And when I'm done with this, I'll take out the basting stitch, rip off the water soluble. I usually, in a pattern like this, a design like this, don't have to use water to get rid of any of the extra, but if there is, you just dab a little water on there. And then the back is the no-show mesh, and I'll take off the tearaway, and then I will cut around the design so that there's only like a 1/4 of an inch around the no-show mesh around the design, and that should be enough. So trim the threads. A lot of times you have to trim back those threads in the back. I am happy with how this outline lined up this time. It's a little bit off. I mean, it's not bad. If I show you this, you see what I'm saying? So right here and right here, this is the only areas where I see it a little bit off, but that's not bad. I would buy from this shop again. Do you ever buy designs off of Etsy? Or where's your favorite place? I like Embroidery Library and Designs by Juju and Urban Threads. Those are the 3 I've been using a lot lately. Okay, so we're really done. We've done all of the outlines. We've done all the colors. We're all good to go. So this project is done and I move on to the next. So thank you for watching. Give the video a like, share, comment. Have a great day.